Previously on the Magic School Bus.
Ron gets captured. Harry finds the truth through the narrator. Harry instantly believes them even though they never said a goddamn thing. Lupin turns into a werewolf. I like big butts and doggy style. Harry does this. Faints. Dumbledore believes straight to the point he's innocent from 13-year-olds. Take me back in time. Let's go save Buckbeak. Screw saving Buckbeak. Save Buckbeak. Rush exposition. Harry saves Jesus. Saves Godfather again. Left on tower to die. And now, the finale of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The penultimate part.
Nobody at Hogwarts knew the truth behind what had happened the night that Sirius, Buckbeak and Pettigrew had vanished, except Harry, Hermione, Professor Dumbledore and Ron.
I trust that you will make the best of the last day of term to say your goodbyes for another year, and to do anything that remains to be done. I'll remind you that we will soon hold the House Cup ceremony. But if you would like to run along now, come back to me when you're ready to see who's won.
So yeah, pretty much throughout the rest of the game, we can pretty much do whatever we can to 100% it. And since we did the majority of it, I think we're doing pretty damn good. So
if it hadn't been for Professor Snape's potions to control my illness, I'd have never made it through the year.
Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much the reason why Snape is actually needed to actually help Lupin. And, wow, 400 points. Neat. Yeah, so, and here's Crookshanks. How you doing, Crookshanks? Anyway, so throughout the rest of this game, we're gonna pretty much be doing whatever we can to 100% it, and we don't really need to do any duel, and we don't need to do any of the owl racing, and we don't need to do any more Hippogriff, whatevers. And actually, another thing is that you're probably wondering, since Buckbeak is gone, who are we gonna have as for a Hippogriff? Well, let's actually go see. I mean, I don't need to do this because it's pretty pointless, but let's just go see. So yeah, you may remember from, I don't know which part it was, but it was when I had Super Sawjuck as a co-commentator. In the book, apparently there were multiple Hippogriffs that we actually get to, you know, fly with and all that. So yeah, apparently we get a red Hippogriff. That's right, we actually get a red Hippogriff. Ron, you know what this means? You get to officially fly a Hippogriff. I mean, what are we going to actually call this guy? And yeah, the Whomping Willow is like, should be over there, but for some reason it's not. So, Ron, you two can actually fly because you're both red hairs. What?
Stay away from me, you ginger!
Wow, even this Hippogriff is actually races against red hairs despite being red feathered.
Ah! I said, stay away from me, you ginger!
So a ginger races against a ginger. That makes total sense. So yeah, this is pretty much our replacement for Buckbeak. So pretty much Buckbeak with a different color. And that's pretty much going to be throughout the entire game. So we're no longer going to have a gray Hippogriff, but instead a red Hippogriff that still hates gingers for some reason. Don't worry, I'll be your guys' friend. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a flight challenge. I'm just going to show this is pointless because I don't think you gain any wizard cards from this or anything. But I'm just going to do it anyway. Hey, Hagrid. So, do you have anything to say? Guess not.
We got to bow to him first.
So yeah, this Hippogriff is pretty polite.
Climb up there, just behind the wing joint.
It's no Buckbeak, but pretty polite. So yeah, for this, we pretty much just have to eat the bats. This is pretty much the same thing that we did when we were actually learning to ride a Hippogriff for the first time with Buckbeak. And yeah, that was actually the exact same moment where pretty much Malfoy decided to screw everything up because we gotta do the bullying cliche. Actually, no, that's not the reason why. It's because they gotta be faithful to the source material, the book. And yeah, Draco is a jerk for the most part. I mean, I think the book and the movie actually does balance it out correctly, where he is a believable bully, and even if he is a jerk, it's still believable in a sense. But when in the games, they really do it just for a video game mechanic, just to make, you know, the bullies be the trouble of, you know, anything that our characters have to go through, so that way their challenge is much more appreciated when you have to try to go get them through it. So yeah, we completed that.
That was amazing. You really know how to handle him. I'd say that was an A+.
Oh, Hagrid, you're too nice. So yeah, there are, like, the challenges, like the Hippogriff flying that we can do, and actually, I need to actually make sure that I actually still have enough memory on my computer. Oh yeah, I definitely have a lot of memory on my computer. So yeah, that was totally pointless to do. So actually, let me just look at my books for a second, because I need to actually look at a few things. I mean, we're done actually getting all the wizard cards, so that's freaking awesome, and I'm not going to look through all of them. We got to return the telescope. So in the Folio Brutii, we pretty much, I think we should have, like, every single monster, creature, or whatever, with the exception... Wait, was the Doxy a male? Doxies are males, apparently. So, yeah, we really only need one more Folio Brutii page, and then, challenge scores. So for challenge scores, we got the Dueling Club, so we got a B. And then we got an A+ in the Hippogriff Flight, and then in the Owl Race in C, with an overall rating of 97%. And you know what? That's an A. I'm just going to stick with that. I'm not going to try to get 100% for challenge scores, because it'd be totally pointless. We got all of Hermione's statue list, and I think these two spots are basically the capacity for Sting Pellets and Dumb Bombs for Ron. The Owl Care Kit is only a GameCube exclusive, and you need the Game Boy Advance hookup, and this really only includes extra mini games if you have, like, the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban for Game Boy Advance. And yes, I have played it, and I do have it, but the thing is, I can't find my Game Boy Advance, so I can't really play it. And yeah, I don't know what this extra spot is for. I mean, I guess it's nothing, but if anybody knows, then comment down below so you can tell me. So, yeah. So pretty much all we need to do is actually collect whatever's remaining. Clear all the side quests with the lost and found items, get the one last Folio Brutii page, and increase the endurance with Ron and Hermione, and we're done. That's right, that's all we need to do. We're not going to do any more dueling. We're not going to do the owl racing, which I pretty much wasted maybe like 5 minutes of your life on that, and the Hippogriff. So, let's do this. So I'll meet you guys when I get to the Gryffindor common room, which is going to be a long-ass walk all the way there.
Been a very interesting year, if you ask me. I plan to make next year even more interesting for you lot.
Huh, nice to meet you too, Peeves. Well, that does absolutely nothing to him. So yeah, I guess Peeves is now friends with us because we get to meet him on the top of the grand staircase. And with that said, we don't have to sneak past any trolls, we can just go straight ahead to the common room, thank God. Because now that Sirius Black is on the loose, we don't need to keep Hogwarts safe anymore. That makes total sense. Then again, probably Dumbledore called it off knowing that Sirius Black is innocent.
Password?
What, you're not gonna go in? Look, hey, wait, you want to go in?
Don't know about you three, but I'm going to do a bit of exploring. Lots of great secrets around the castle, you know.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go exploring, go ahead. I mean, seriously, that fat lady is not fat.
Fortuna Major.
There we go. That's the right title. That's the right password. It's not Brilliant, Ron. It's Fortuna Major.
Wow, house points.
So yeah, we're gaining more house points as we go. So, a copy of the Daily Prophet. Last seen in the hospital wing. Okay, the Daily Prophet. How is that considered a lost item? I mean, you could practically just leave a newspaper hanging around the place and anyone has the right to pick it up and read it. How does the Daily Prophet actually count as a lost and found item? It's a freaking newspaper, for crying out loud.
Don't worry, you won't get any trouble from me. Old Peevesy is saving his energy for next year. Then you'll have to watch out.
Alright, so here's the hospital wing, and this is where the Daily Prophet is going to be. And yeah, the hospital wing was really only used for two purposes. One of them, we had to follow fake Ron, which was really Draco, down to the dungeons as Harry in his pajamas, whatever they are. And then, of course, you know, when we briefly see Ron on one of these beds as Harry and Hermione go back in time. What are you doing here?
Why don't you go and talk to someone who likes you?
I don't know, because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it. So here we go, a random newspaper that anyone can pick up. This is not a lost and found item, people. But hey, if I get more house points for it, then why the friggin' not? What the heck is this thing for? I mean, you can't target or anything, so I don't know. So yeah, pretty much the rest of this session is just going to be collecting as many beans as possible along the way while I'm actually collecting the rest of the lost and found items. And then I'm going to be collecting the Folio Brutai page and then increasing Ron and Hermione's endurance, so that way they're 100% pure as Harry. And then that's pretty much all I need, and I pretty much have 100% of the game. And yeah, I don't know what that extra slot is right next to the Owl Care Kit in the quest inventory, so don't ask me on that. Actually, I can actually go this way. This will be a shortcut.
Password?
Brilliant! Got him!
Ron, it's not brilliant. Okay, so Harry actually says it right. Ron actually says brilliant, so what the hell does Hermione say? Well, I guess we'll find out after we get the next lost and found item.
Wicked! House points!
Okay, so we got 10 more house points, and now we have a set of brass scales, last seen in the Charms classroom, so we gotta go to the second floor. Awesome.
Been a very interesting year, if you ask me. I plan to make next year even more interesting for you lot.
Well, good luck with that, Peeves. Actually, come to think of it, we were actually collecting a previous lost and found item just outside of the Charms classroom, over by those set of desks. So yeah, the other one is right here.
Nice one!
The brass scales. Aw, you poor thing.
Been a very interesting year, if you ask me. I plan to...
Alright, so for Harry, the password is Fortuna Major. For Ron, it is Brilliant. So what is it for Hermione?
Password? Fortuna Major.
Okay, so Hermione gets it right too. So Ron, for some reason, is not getting it right. So I guess we'll continue to play as Ron until he actually gets the goddamn password right. Because apparently Harry can get it right, Hermione can get it right, and Ron just says brilliant. In fact, I was expecting Hermione to say got it or something like that.
10 house points.
So there we go, potion jar, last seen in the dungeons. Yay, we gotta go all the frickin' way down to the dungeons. Awesome. I always wanted to talk to a lot more of the Slytherins.
What are you lot doing here? Up to no good, I suspect. That's good to hear.
Peeves, do you have to say something when I come past? At least you're not saying the same thing over and over again, but seriously? Stairs? What the hell? You know, that would actually be pretty funny if the stairs actually randomly just actually brought you along with it. Curtains! So, yeah, throughout the rest of this game, we got Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle down here, as well as Snape.
After his escape, it has been reported that some muggles saw Black many miles from here. How he managed to travel such a distance in such a short space of time is quite remarkable.
And not interested in actually whatever you just said. Seriously, I'm listening to the audio through the TV, so I didn't catch everything he was saying. Wait, why the hell am I going back in here? There's no more girding potions in here, Nitsa. Hey, Draco.
Oh, well, another year and no one got horribly murdered. Still, there's always next year, isn't there?
Malfoy, do you have to be like that? I mean, seriously, when are you going to actually learn that you became a jerk? I don't know, probably until your 7th year when you don't go to your 7th year. So yeah, here's the lost and found item, which is a potion vial, I think it was. No, a potion jar. Same thing. It's not really the same thing. And yeah, we got the Wiggenwell potions that are up there, but those are totally useless. How you doing, Slytherin Prefect?
Black sighting by muggles has meant that we don't have to be on guard. But we've still got our eyes on you.
Trust me, you should put your eyes on something else. So yeah, the dungeons are pretty much just filled with jerks. And since the Slytherin common room for some reason is down in the dungeons, why the hell does anyone want to join Slytherin? Even though, yeah, Merlin was in Slytherin and he was a good guy. Horace Slughorn was also in Slytherin and he was a good guy. Severus Snape turned out to be a triple agent. So, yeah, okay, there's good people that do come from Slytherin, but yeah, it's such an odd coincidence for the fact that most of the bad guys actually do come from Slytherin instead of any other house. I mean, I won't deny that there are some bad students that do come from Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, or Ravenclaw. I mean, come on, it's not like there's no such thing as a bad person that doesn't come from every single town or anything. But then again, I guess it doesn't help for the fact that Slytherin, Salazar Slytherin himself, is a racist against Muggleborns.
What are you lot doing here? Up to no good.
Seriously, Peas, if you have nothing better to say, at least something that is not redundant, then actually say it. Something else, yeah. I can't speak today.
Password?
Brilliant! Got him!
Ron, it's not brilliant. Ron, I'm just going to keep on playing as you until you get the goddamn password right. I mean, Harry and Hermione got it right, so you should be able to get it right. It's not brilliant. But for some reason, she just lets you in anyway, so it doesn't make any sense.
Hi there. How's your card collection coming along?
Oh, pretty good. I actually
I'm off to find the
almost
last
got
couple
everything.
now.
So, 30 house points.
30 house points.
Wait, that was the last one. Awesome, guys. This is official. So yeah, I can't read the notice board again. So after we get the potion jar, that pretty much equals 30 house points. So we get an extra for the last, like an extra 20 for the last lost and found item, which averages out to 500 house points, which I think is actually the total in this game. I think the total in this game is 500. So yeah, throughout the rest of this, I'm gonna have to collect all these freaking beans off screen, and considering I have to do one, it's gonna be so freaking annoying. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. So I guess I'll see you guys when I actually do get to Fred and George's shop, but I don't know, is there really anything else that I can do? I mean, unless, of course, you include, like, the Stink Pellet and the Dumbong Capacity, which I'm pretty sure is the 2 extra spots after the Stink Pellet challenge spot, then, yeah, it's really just the 1 Folio Brutii page and the Gritting Potion for Ron and Hermione's Endurance, and I pretty much 100% the game, with the exception, again, those capacities, but pff, who wants those anyway?